Hi, welcome back to my story time with Nana. I have a whole new series of stories for you, and I'm so excited about these stories. I think you're going to love them. I loved writing this story. I can't wait to see what happens with this whole series. I just have to start. Let's begin. Off to Market, Chapter 1. Ollie stood under the kitchen window listening to Ma and Pa. They had company, someone from the city. They were talking about Ollie and Oakley. I just don't know what we should do, Ma said. Ma'am, I'm real sorry, but the city has an ordinance, and no pigs means, well, no pigs. Isn't there something we can do? Pa asked. Can we get a meeting with city council? I mean, these pigs mean an awful lot to Ma. Well, I know a place that would be willing to take them off your hands, the man from the city said. The markets may be the best place for them. Wait, let me see what I can do first, Pa said. I may be able to fix it so we don't have to send them to the markets. Ollie couldn't believe his ears. Ma and Pa were sending them to the markets. He'd always heard that pigs should be afraid of going to market. He ran all the way to his pig pen. Oakley, Oakley, he cried out, we have to pack. Oakley poked her head out of the shed. What are you going on about, Ollie? We've got problems, he answered, running. Grab our feed bucket. We need to leave now. Ollie ran in circles around the shed. Hurry, hurry, before the man from the city comes and takes us away. Ollie, slow down, she said quietly. I can't understand what you're talking about. Sit down. Tell me why you're so worked up. Okay, but you are not going to believe it, he said, pacing back and forth in front of the shed. We're in serious trouble. I mean serious trouble, like up a creek without a paddle trouble, like in a pickle trouble, like in hot water trouble, between a rock and a hard place trouble. We're in a bad way. Ollie, sit down and tell me what happened. Oakley walked out of the shed and guided Ollie to a small bale of hay. They snuggled up together and Ollie began telling her what he heard in Ma and Pa's kitchen. Ollie, what did I tell you about listening in at the window? Oakley asked. Now, you didn't hear the whole conversation, so let's not jump to any conclusions. Oakley, it sounded bad. I don't want to go to market, he told her, snuggling close. I want to stay here with you. Oh no, I didn't even think we might be separated at the markets. What if they send us to different markets? Didn't you say that Pa said he was going to try something to keep us here together? Yes, but the man from the city sounded like it wouldn't work, Ollie told her. He said the markets would be the best place. Well, I think we should wait and see what happens, Oakley said, rubbing her snout against Ollie's. Well, we shouldn't wait too long, he answered. I think we should consider leaving, and soon. I doubt anything will happen anytime soon. Let's wait a day or two, and if we have to run away, then, well, we'll run away. Ma came out of the back door of the kitchen. Here, pigs, piggy pig, pigs. She was holding their dinner bucket. Ollie and Oakley ran to Ma. She always made the best dinner. She poured the dinner into a small trough, and it looked delicious. Enjoy, my piggies. I made it special for you tonight. Ma looked a little sad. The pigs began eating, and it was special tonight. Pig pellets, Timothy hay, romaine lettuce, nuts, and roots. She even added sliced bananas. You know, Ollie said. The last time we had bananas in our dinner, Ma and Pa took us to the vet's office. Remember, we had to get shots and they trimmed our hooves? I remember, Oakley said. It wasn't that bad. The vet was very nice. Well, I'm just reminding you that when we get something special, something bad is about to happen. Eat your dinner, Ollie. Stop worrying. Oakley lowered her head and ate a slice of banana. She was a little worried, but she didn't want Ollie any more upset than he already was. She had to keep her head about her. Where would they go if they had to run away? That night, Oakley and Ollie lay in their shed on a fresh bale of hay. Ollie said. Fresh hay. Seems like something's up, doesn't it? Go to sleep, Ollie, Oakley answered. To me, it seems like we have a pretty good life. Oakley snuggled deep into her bed of hay and fell fast asleep. It took Ollie a little longer to fall asleep. He was very, very worried. The next morning, Ollie nudged Oakley awake. Oakley, you need to get up. I think we waited too long. There's a truck in the driveway. Oh, Ollie, go back to sleep. It's probably just one of the farmhands. I don't think so, he said, concerned. There's 2 cages in the back. Oakley stood up and looked out the door. There was a truck in the driveway, a big blue truck, and there were 2 cages in the back, just like Ollie said. Her heart sank. Ollie was right. They should have left last night. Here, piggy, pig, 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 pigs, Ma called out. She was standing beside the truck with a breakfast bucket. Ollie and Oakley ran to Ma. Pa scooped up Oakley and put her in one of the cages, and Ma poured some breakfast into the cage for her. Ollie couldn't believe it. Oakley was in a cage in the truck bed. He was so shocked he never saw Pa coming. He was in the other cage before he knew it, and Ma was pouring food into his cage. Be good, my piggies, Ma said with a tear in her eye. I hope you like the markets. I told you, Oakley, we're going to market, Ollie cried. Oh my, I hope we get to stay together. Ollie and Oakley pressed their snouts where the cages met just to be close. They were incredibly sad and very scared when the truck started and pulled out of the driveway. Ma stood in the driveway waving to her pigs. She pulled a hanky out of her sleeve and wiped her eyes. Goodbye, my little piggies, she thought. I hope they treat you well at the market. The truck ride was long and bouncy. Ollie and Oakley were both too upset to eat. How far was the market? Would they be able to stay together? Was the market as terrible as they had heard? No one ever came back from the market. No one ever. Ollie was just dozing off when the truck came to a stop. He lifted his head. Oakley was standing in her cage. Can you see anything? He asked. No, I can't. The side of the truck is too high. She scraned her neck all the way up, trying to see over the side. Do you think we're at the markets? It sounds really quiet here. Wait, someone's coming, Ollie said. Oh, Oakley, don't let them take you. Get all the way back in the back of the cage so they can't reach you. Ollie squished himself tight to the back of the cage. Oakley did the same. They were so afraid. They had never heard anything good about the market. And now here they were at the markets. A large man opened the tailgate to the truck and yelled over his shoulder, Hey, Mama, come see what I got for you. He reached into the truck and pulled the cages closer to him. Ollie, look at me, Oakley said. No matter what happens, we will always be in each other's heart, even if we're parted. We will still be together. Do you understand me? Ollie shook his head yes, but he was so sad. He couldn't imagine being without Oakley, his best friend. I have an idea, he said. When they open the cages, we should make a run for it. Where are we going to run to? Look over there. He jerked his head to the right. It looks like a barn. I'll bet we can hide there. Well, I suppose it's as good a plan as any, Oakley told him. The man unlatched Ollie's cage and then went to unlatch Oakley's, and as soon as Ollie saw her cage was opened, he yelled out, Jump, roll, and run! Both Oakley and Ollie jumped off the tailgate, rolled onto the grass, and made a run for the barn. A woman came out of the back door of the house, ran after them. Oh my goodness, she yelled. Are those baby pigs? Yes, they are, the man said. I hope you're happy, Mrs. Market, because they're your baby pigs. Oh, Mr. Market, she said, giving him a hug. You're the best husband in the whole wide world. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but thank you nonetheless. Mr. Market gave Mrs. Market a great big hug. Better go get dinner ready for your baby pigs. They haven't eaten a thing all day. Oh, those poor babies. They must be scared to death, Mrs. Market said, going into the kitchen. Ollie and Oakley ran all the way to the small barn, squealing, Hurry, Oakley! I think we'll be safe in here, Ollie said, running through the open door. Quick! Get behind the hay! Oakley ran into the barn and then stopped. There were bales of hay on one side and a small food trough and a large water bin on the other side. Ollie, come out from behind the hay. Look around. This barn is set up just like our shed at home, only much bigger. Oakley, maybe you forgot. We're at the market now. It's not safe, he said from behind the hay. Get back here with me. No, Ollie, we're at the markets. Mr. and Mrs. Market, and they have a farm in this barn, she mused. And look, it's set up just for us. I think we're in a good place. Come on out. I see Mama coming from the house. Ollie slipped out slowly from behind the hay. How do you know her name? I heard the man call her that when he let us out of the cages, she answered. I think this is a safe place. Well, I think I'll wait and see first. Oh, Ollie, Oakley said, shaking her head. Mama walked into the barn with a bucket. Hi, my babies, she said, smiling. Oh, my, you are darling. Are you hungry, Oakley? How about you, Ollie? Mama walked over to the trough and poured the food from the bucket. She sat beside it and waited. Oakley walked over first and sniffed the food. It was all of her favorite things. Lettuce, pig pellets, timothy hay, nuts, seeds, and berries. Ollie, she said, come see what Mama brought us. It smells wonderful. Ollie came out from behind the hay. He could smell the food, and it did smell wonderful. Oakley and Ollie ate heartily. They were hungry from their long trip. Mama reached out and gently petted Oakley as she ate. Oh, my sweet baby, she said. I hope you love it here as much as I love having you here. After Ollie and Oakley ate and had their fill of water, they snuggled next to Mama. Ollie, Oakley whispered, I feel safe here at the markets, don't you? Mama gently petted Ollie and he closed his eyes. I told you we were going to love it here at the market. He smiled and fell fast asleep. The end. Wow, how exciting! I'm very excited about this series. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. I can't wait till next week. Don't forget to share my stories, and I'll see you next week. Mwah.